What is your why? What's your why? Especially when things seem pointless and when you're like, I know what I have to do. I know I have to push through again because that's what what is called of me. But why? Why do I have to push through? Why do I want what I want? Why? And sometimes we, based on people in our lives and influences and circumstances and things beyond our control, always things beyond our control, can make us feel a certain type of way about uh, the way we're headed, or more so about the here and now and what the now is showing you. It can make you feel all kinds of feelings, right? And so I've you've heard many teachers talk about, like, think about your why. Why are you doing this? Why does it matter? Like, any of those why questions, I think the point of them uh, is to get deeper into what the core of your being is here to do, or is saying, or is trying to communicate to you, just kind of to cut through some of this fog and some of this extra grossness that is just falling upon us from all different sources. And I think, if we think about it spiritually, how great all of it is for expanding your soul, and you wanting more is literally expanding the universe and all of that. But as we push through, as we feel this like ridiculous resistance every step of the way, it's kind of necessary to have some ammo in the back, uh, actually in the forefront of our minds and hearts, and have it be more of a focus, is why we're doing what we're doing, you know? And if that the answer to that question is not like what you thought it would be, or it shifted, or if you realize you're like, you know what, why am I doing this? I don't want this. This doesn't make me happy. This doesn't bring me joy. Like, what is this? Why am I doing this? Then that's an answer right there. Then you can literally focus, reshift, realign to, like, you know what? I would love it if it was this, instead of what is. So it just makes me, on certain days when you're asking yourself, what's the point? Why do I keep doing the things that I'm doing? uh I think you can tell me what you're feeling in the why am I doing this? um what's the point, right? The answer that always comes is because it brings you peace, because it brings you joy, because it it makes you feel free, because it because you're called to it, to something greater than yourself. And if you're not called to something greater than yourself, or you think that you're not, you wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be watching this right now. Is my confirmation straight up for you that you are absolutely being called to something greater, that you're thinking things that like 90% of the people out here are just not focused enough to feel, not that they're not feeling them. It's just like, bypass even the spiritual people that do they're doing the work, but really there's a lot of spiritual bypass. And I know you've heard about that, where or toxic positivity, like it's all good, no, it's not. It's not all good. It is not supposed to be all good. The dark and the light are supposed to play together and play well and play for the greater whole. So how are your dark and light playing together? Maybe that's maybe an interesting, more focused question than why are you doing this? Why? Because it makes me feel like this, but I feel like this. So what's the dark one saying and what's the light saying? And let's marinate. Like, let's blend the worlds. Like, the more you can integrate these feelings of frustration and impatience and regret or guilt or shame or just disgust, like whatever you're feeling that you would like to not be feeling is here to educate you in some way. And it informs the light. It informs the places where you're trying to push through, right? So if the darkness wants to speak, there is literally, it's beneficial to listen. It's not even like, you should probably listen, even though it's scary. And no, it's like needed to listen to whatever these not so positive feelings are, within asking yourself, like, what's my why? And let those dark voices speak, but give them a platform with the complete and utter authority that you have as the self, to say, you're not running the show. I am just letting you voice what is beneath, so that you do not control me, so that unconsciously all these things are attracting situations and people that do not align, right? And these triggering feelings, these why am I doing this? That is a feeling that comes from somewhere, right? So I think the interesting exploration has to be going in there and finding out, you're like, why am I doing this? And something from the light will always be that. It will always be your why, but punching it on its side, will be all your resisting thoughts and ideas. And there's so many. And they're so well versed, right? And why you are worthless and you suck and you'll never reach your goals and what's the point? Yeah. All that good stuff. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to hear about this. The world will not benefit from any of that. Like literally give it light out of the darkness so that you can be like, yeah, and I'm looking at you. Yeah. Yeah. You don't get to run me, but I'll feel you. I hear you. I know. I know it sucks. However you want to parent that darkness, and just a side thought too, just a lot of people like to then use that as fuel to motivate themselves, like get your fat ass up, or whatever talk you hear, like, and people can literally they feel so much of that they can harness that to create change, right? And you know what I'm gonna say, it works, but it's not sustainable. It's just fueled by self-hatred and like, I'm gonna prove them wrong. Go ahead. Yeah. You fueled something, all right? But this is where when people talk about like you get what you want, but then you can't hold it. Then it like slips through your fingers, or like, you hear about celebrities, like people reach what they thought was but your definition of success, like, don't come for me, right? I just reference to another video where when I speak of success, it's your definition, it's what you think success is. It's not what I'm thinking, it's what you define as like, man, that would feel good to achieve, first and foremost. Second, yes. So when you're, reaching these things and not feeling like, damn, just it doesn't feel like I wanted, like, or what I thought this would feel like, it's because you probably were negatively motivating yourself, like kicking the ass, let's go. And I know that's conditioning too, like a lot of us grew up that way, but now now you know that when you're feeling like, what's the point? Why does anybody care? You got to dig for the dark and the light, and have them clearly in front of you. And then be very, very, very precise and specific about choosing your focus. Like, where it's like, I get you, dark, I get you, but I will no longer be motivated by these abusive words, thoughts. I will be motivated because it feels good, because it gives me joy, because it feels lighter, because it feels more free, because it feels more me, it feels more exciting, right? Anything that just leans towards the light as much as you can, while tackling that homework of sitting with the dark and saying, okay, just give me all your thoughts. Like, be brave enough to sit with the dark, because damn, like sometimes you're like, oh, oh, I can't even hear that right now. But if you just hear it, and then also at the same time really feel the not truth of it, like distinguish between, ooh, here comes unworthiness, yeah, and just know that what's true feels feels like a knowing that is hopeful, a knowing that is love, a knowing that is like, even when things are painful, like there is some level of relief when you choose the thought that is more aligned with who you really are. And that's how you can start guiding it. Like truth, I heard somewhere, truth is like God is truth, and the truth feels good. It doesn't feel like good in the sense of like, it feels right to me. It feels like the next step forward. It doesn't feel like it's kicking me in the ass, right? Because truth that's kicking you in the ass, like, is that really truth? Does that ring true for you? If you like dig down, I'm a piece of shit. I feel some resonance with that. But is it true? Does it like light your core on fire? Does it inspire you? No. So just get familiar with the truth, the true truth. And that'll help guide you in moments like this, in moments of doubt and weirdness and like, what's the pointness? Let that lead towards the light. And if you can't right now, if you really just like, I can't even right now, look at you. You're looking for yourself. You're watching these because we're in it. You're seeing something. You know. If you're literally here with me right now, you know. You know that you're more. And you know that you'll rise. And that you're literally looking to inspire yourself in a positive way. You're looking for that uplift. That alone, the fact that you're looking, you are the light, my friend. You're the light. And so just like literally carry your darkness like a little baby as you rise, as you lift. You're like, it's okay, baby. I got you. And, you know, you'll inspire a great novel someday, or a great painting, or a great work of art, because you matter, darkness. You matter. It's just that you don't get to run the show. You don't get to just direct where the momentum is going to flow, because our opportunities are ours, and what's mine is mine, and it's coming, and I'm going to grab it. So darkness or not, baggage or not, like, you're taking it. When your shit comes, like, that's mine, you're grabbing it no matter what. Like, if you're ready, if you're not ready, it's yours. So you gotta grab it. So might as well like just learn how to live with your stuff and integrate as best you can. But just the utter undeniable fact is that change is inevitable, and your shit is coming, because it has no choice to. Like, it has no choice but to. It's how you're feeling about the whole thing that is, you know, just putting some wrenches in the thing. But if it's coming, then come on, darkness. Let's go get that shit. It's yours. It's yours. Just go. Just literally, when it's like coming, just know that everybody gotta, not everybody, I'm talking about all your stuff has to literally rise, come through, be released as part of the process. It's just it's just gonna happen. But I guess like rambling now, but you know what I'm saying. Like, what's your why? What's your why? And listen to your dark whys, and then choose the light, because you have a lot to do, and you're so needed, so loved beyond what you even think is possible. And you're here because you know that, even though you like doubt it every day, but you know. So just hold tight, hold on to that why. Okay. Okay.